Thanks for listening. This podcast is proudly brought to you by OG Haulage. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with a mate.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Welcome to Get Outdoors with Drew and Cam. Another week, another episode. Cam, we've reached 53.
We're over the year.
We are over 1 year of podcasting, my friend.
And we still haven't made people bored of our voices.
Mate, we keep growing with listeners.
We do. And on our socials, we're constantly growing.
What did we look at before on our podcast host? We were in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
With quite a number of downloads too. Not just one or two. We're talking 9, 10, 11, 12 downloads.
Yeah, Iraq, some of the stands.
What was it? Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. We have one download in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
There was Chile. There was Venezuela.
Yep.
There was a whole heap of just single downloads, I think. So
Thanks to Jason from Biggleswade who keeps contacting us.
Yes.
We love the info you share with us, bloke, and a big shout out to you, mate. Keep it up. We love it.
Yeah, the feedback and little stories, it just helps us bring some of this to you, I guess.
And it keeps us both excited looking at your eyes, Cam, when we talk about all the countries we're in.
It's only because I'm looking at the pizza on the table in front
And
of
the
me.
pizza on the table. If you saw her behind the scenes here, you would see us sitting here talking with pizza on the table.
Yes.
Homemade pizza by my good lady wife.
Yes, thank you, Viv, for dinner.
Thank you, Viv. Cam, last episode,
Our
the
big one.
52.
Yeah.
And
Almost the same age as you, mate.
it is, mate. It is. 52 episodes for a 52-year-old bloke.
There you go.
Mate, we hit the iconic.
We did. We got up to Craig's.
We got to Craig's.
We managed to get Nemo and Sarah for their first ever times to Craig's Hut.
That's true.
I think I said that a handful of times. You've complained about the editing for 52.
I know.
I've said it too many times.
Still be a cracker. Even
Yeah.
with that person interrupting us going, what are you recording?
Yep. Look, mate, there you go. We don't know if we ended up with another follower from that.
Hey, we could have. And a shout out to the people. Where were they from? WA? No.
Think they were WA.
And they were travelling?
They were travelling with their kids.
That's it.
Yep.
And they wanted to know what we were doing and how we went about it. So we
In
gave
the middle
them a
of
sticker
recording, I ran off and dug a sticker out of the ute for them. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, Cam, I reckon we need to do a bit of a download on that episode, how it all went about and what we did. And
So originally this whole plan sort of sprouted when we had Nemo on and we're chatting about what's the one trip you've always wanted to do?
and he wanted to hit.
And he wanted
Craig's.
to hit Craig's. So
Yeah.
that sort of planted the seed for us. From there, it was trying to work out
How to get there.
how to get there, logistics, all that sort of stuff.
And then they decided to start this fuel crisis side of things.
Hey, we were lucky we got there when we did because it was just as everything was going through the roof.
Unbelievably. Yeah.
I thought it was just the diesel price in Mansfield when I topped up. Actually,
No.
I've got a funny one for you on that too.
Go.
So I toted a 20-litre diesel jerry can
You did.
that I didn't use until I got back into my driveway when we got home,
So you carried an extra 25 kilos for nothing.
just in case.
Yeah, look, why not?
You've always got to be looking for Justin.
That's it.
And no,
That's it.
So-
Mate, it all started, we met up at a 7-Eleven down in the eastern suburbs.
Yeah,
At
so-
7 a.m.
Yeah,
Well,
some of us were there at
I
7
was just going to say, some of you guys were there at 7 a.m. I had 3 other women to cater for, mate. Settle down.
Oh, careful.
But yeah, got there at, 7:15.
Yeah, and worked our way slowly through from there.
Yep.
The big plan was the bakery stop for breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Bucky's, shout out.
Yark.
Never fails.
If you're driving through Yark, you're mad not to stop and get a pie and something to eat, a cup of coffee even.
The funny part I found about Bucky's, there was more about everything else in the shop than just the pies and stag
mate,
rolls.
yeah,
it was an experience.
It is. It's an insane little shop. It's actually sprouted up from a quiet little town bakery to...
They just had the fires go through there recently too.
Yeah.
So it's worth supporting the town.
Well, that's it. And they've got the helmet sitting on the counter for the neighbouring fire brigade as well. So,
Yep. For the CFA, you can chop out.
yeah, so that was never disappointing to have a lamb and rosemary pie for breakfast.
No, it's never disappointing to hit Bucky's Bakery, mate.
So, look, we
Wrangled it up from there.
stopped there,
Oh,
Then we
parked up under the Bonnie Doon Bridge.
yes, we pulled up at Bonnie Doon for a bit of a photo shoot and had a bit of fun. Me and my darling wife watched your two girls climb up onto the pylon, so
Yes.
I couldn't help myself and have a bit of a dorky moment and climbed up there and did a bit of, the old glamour shots where you're laying down, your head in your hands and your knees and your feet up. Yeah,
Your fists under your chin, holding
Yeah,
your head
so-
up. It was cute. It was cute.
It was a bit of fun.
It was.
Bit of a lark. So, yeah, did that and got the photos of us all
But
under
it was
the bridge.
kind of iconic to get under the bridge too, because
Yeah.
that's a rare event. Well, per se, in the last few years, it hasn't
used to
been.
be,
but
yeah.
it's still a rare event to get under the bridge and get some shots.
Yeah, so we had that. There was a few stops on the way, which helps break up the drive realistically.
100%. And being that it's only like a 4.5 hour drive, sort of out of where we met up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those stops make your day go quicker, and it gives you a bit of look-see on the way.
And you're not just driving to get to the destination. Like we've always sort of said that when we're talking about going places on this podcast.
Exactly. Stop and look.
Stop and have a look. So, I didn't even really think about the Bonnie Doon Bridge.
Yep.
I think that was your idea that popped up there.
Well, you said let's stop at the boat
I said
ramp
let's stop
and
there at the boat ramp, and you said
have a leg
let's go
stretch
under
and
the
have a
bridge.
look. Screw it. Let's drive under it.
Yeah, so
That was something different.
it was. So we had the photos. We actually had shared a couple of sneaky ones that people
Yeah.
might not have picked up on.
Yep. Check
Look,
the socials for that.
Yeah, that'll be a while ago now because
Yep.
we do pre-record. So we ventured from there up through to Mansfield, and you're heading out through Marrijig towards Mount Buller.
Correct.
So you come through the gates at Mount Buller, where we did stop and yet again have another bit of a lark and some photos.
Some more tourist action.
Yeah, the funniest part was you'd forgotten about the swags on
Oh,
the roof,
dude.
and that was super close.
I went through the gates and there would have been maybe an inch. We're talking 30, 40 mil between the top of my swag and the overhead of this drive-through. Far out.
Yeah, the roofed gate. It was
It got
bloody
pointed
close.
out to me, you're awfully close on the swag. And I went, oh, stink.
You'd forgotten all about
Didn't even think twice.
it. So the easy thing is to get up to Craig's now. We had a Subaru Forester or Outback in
Subaru
with us.
wagon, yeah.
Yeah, just a all-wheel drive wagon.
Yep.
So
I'm surprised how it performed, Cam.
I'm not, because the amount of technology, it's a newer model.
Well, true.
Like you said, he put it in snow and mud or whatever it was.
And
the
it
gravel
never missed a
and dirt,
foot.
And it never missed a foot. It
Yep.
just walked itself down the hills.
Yep.
So most of the drive, you drive from Mount Buller Gates, you come up Mount Sterling Road,
Yep.
which is heavily corrugated in the corners. So
Could have been worse.
could have been worse, but there was still some real
There's a
nasty
bit of
ones.
corrugation there, but two-wheel drive car, no issue. Just take your time.
Yeah, it's because it's the main route up to Craig's Hut.
Yes.
And the weekend that we had done this trip was the weekend after the Mansfield Hunting and Fishing Expo. I'm tipping there would have been a hell of a lot of traffic going up that hill.
Even when we landed up top,
Yeah.
the amount of traffic that turned up through there all day,
Yes.
and even late afternoon, that surprised me.
Yeah. So we followed that Mount Sterling Road. That takes you up to the telephone box junction, where you come across Circuit Road. Now, Circuit Road's 55 kilometres long and does the full lap of Mount Sterling. Craig's Hut's situated up
And
on
that
top.
was just a two-wheel drive dirt road.
Dirt road.
It was so smooth.
It was quite smooth. The funny thing I found when we actually came out and kept going around Circuit Road was how smooth the road got going the other way around.
Going per se the longer way.
Yeah.
But-
it obviously gets less traffic, so
Yeah.
it doesn't get the damage. Not that it was too bad anyway.
No.
So
Far from it.
you're following that Circuit Road up to what they call Clear Hills Track, and that's where it sort of gets realistically it's steep.
It was
Steeper
steeper,
sections and some
but
yucks.
they have the graded washouts
Yeah.
to
and,
stop the water from washing the track away when it rains.
and they're what slow those lower slung vehicles up.
Correct.
So we just took our time. We had the Subaru at the back of the group, and as we were going over them, we were just sort of saying, stick to the right-hand side, stick to the left-hand
spotting
side.
him, yeah.
Just spotting him to help him pick a better line going up.
With a Scooby, I think he actually touched underneath once on one of them,
I
but he
think he
lined
said
that
it was
up
the
wrong.
one going down into the actual campsite.
Oh,
is the
rightio.
only one.
Yep.
So there's a little campsite down in behind with a
Yep.
couple of fire pits, some semi-level spots, not a heap, but that's at the top of Clear Hills Track where you come up to Craig's Hut itself.
And it was literally a 4-minute walk uphill.
Oh yeah, I didn't know how long it was going for because I spilt most of my cup of coffee walking up there.
Well, that's it. We did. We took Cam and I took 2 coffees up there, one for me, one for him, and one for his good lady wife. And we enjoyed the sunrise.
Yeah, it was a foggy, wet start the next morning, but we managed to get up to Craig's Hut. We sat there. We actually recorded episode 52, sitting at a table and chairs staring at Craig's Hut.
Overlooking Craig's
Yeah.
and the mountains behind it.
It is a magical place to get
was.
to. So,
Well, it is. Not
Yeah,
just was.
it is. Yeah.
Even though it's originally known as a movie set.
Yes.
But they've kept it because it's an iconic place to hit up.
like I said to you, when I first went there, it was the full movie prop. We came, we saw it, and it had no floor. You could never ever get into the hut back then.
Yeah.
It was just a locked up hut.
I did enjoy looking through the book that Parks has left up there now as a visitor's book.
As a sign in, yeah.
Yeah. And you can actually go right back quite a few years. I mean, they lost the original books with the fires that have come through
Yep.
when they lost the huts. But to read back 5 years ago of different families that have been there, and
Yeah.
it's really interesting, I feel, to look at it and the amount of people that chew through the place.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's that mecca for horse riders.
Yes.
There's hikers that hike up there. There's the four-wheel drivers.
Touring motorbikes.
There was what would you call it? It was an ocker that turned up.
It was. It was
and it was
Australian-made
high
Forby.
country
High
tours.
country tours, yeah.
Yeah, so they were taking around people that might struggle to get to those sorts of spots.
Correct.
And actually getting it accessible by going through these tours.
Yep.
So we camped the night, like we said. There is the campsite down below the car parks.
How did we
realistically.
camp it, Cam? This was an unusual one for you, mate.
It was.
It was actually unusual for two of you. Cam and Cam both did something different this time.
Yeah, so Nemo slept in the back of the Subaru
Yep, that's a first for him.
and we tented it in our Taj Mahal of our marketplace tent that we bought for $60. So, yeah, it was a little bit different.
Score.
Not
That was unusual for you because A, you're using your hiking mats and your hiking sleeping bags and all that kind of
those
stuff.
hiking mats upset you though.
Mate, it's like someone's laying on a bag of chips all night.
We don't hear them. We're used to it now. So
Get off it. Your missus woke up the next morning going, oh, I heard him all night.
Did she?
I'm like, oh, I thought you were too busy snoring. She's like, no, that was Cam. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I didn't see that bus coming. That she. Look, so,
She threw you under. Yeah, man.
Yeah, my wife was a little bit put out because she's like, right, we've driven all the way here. When do we start walking? Well, you walk from the campsite up to the hut when you want to go and look at the hut.
That's why she wouldn't sit still.
No, she just wanted. She's
that's
so
right.
used to us driving
Yeah.
to a location. Right now, the hike starts. And we've
You
got
could have
4 or
dropped her off
5 hours.
halfway at the bottom of the track.
I did
man, and
offer
just
it.
let her
I did
walk.
offer that, but I thought, no, I better not. I've got to play the safe game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were tenting it with our
You
sleeping
tented
mats.
it? Yeah. I threw out the 270 and a couple of swags.
Yeah.
We're on the ground.
Yep. So I mean, we're all different system setups, I guess.
Yeah.
It was quite a comfy night's sleep, except for rolling slightly downhill and waking up with my wife on top of me. And you know that's just because of the slight
Nature of the
gradient.
beast.
The slight gradient we slept on.
That's it.
You can sleep rough or crappy-ish for one night and be fine.
Well, this is it, man.
And then we got up for sun. I did the time lapse.
The time lapse of the sun going down
over Craig's Hut
was
which-
incredible.
yeah, that'll be one I'll get up and share on socials with that.
It's worth the watch.
Look, it was amazing. Then we were there for sun up.
Yeah, we got up in the morning and
The one downside that I was slightly peeved with was we were up there that afternoon. A couple of big adventure bikes came in, and these people virtually moved into Craig's Hut to stay the night. So I was a bit annoyed with that.
yeah, it sort of took a little bit away from it, didn't it?
It really did take a bit away from it, considering people were there for their first ever time, and these people were gloating, "Oh, we do this all the time."
Yeah.
Well,
They got clothes hanging over the handrails.
You're
and-
supposed to only use these huts in an emergency. You're not supposed to camp in them all the time,
Yeah, it's not an
let
everyday
alone
thing.
shut the whole hut up so other people that are visiting can't even go in it.
Yeah,
So I was a bit peeved with that.
that was a little bit selfish.
It was a bit more than a little bit, but anyway,
We won't go there.
no, I'll just chuckle and say I did see a bike fall over on the way out.
Oh, yeah, they dropped it,
Yeah,
didn't they?
they did, yeah. Lucky it didn't spill fuel around an iconic hut, hey.
Bit of karma.
Yeah. So, look, unfortunately, some people are like that. We were accepting, except I made sure I was up there at sunrise, right, buzzing a drone around
Yep.
So it might have made a little bit of noise and a bit of uncomfortableness for some other people. But
That little palm drone, seeing footage of different stuff you've sent in the past,
yeah,
I'm impressed with it. I really am.
I was mucking around with Nemo, trying to get him this beautiful 360 of us standing there looking at the hut having a conversation. And yeah, next thing it's come zooming past us and I'm like, it's not high enough. It's not high enough. And then you just hear woo as it slammed into a bush and just tried
And
to
it was
punch
the
its
only
way
bush
through.
in about 100 metre
Yeah.
radius
Yeah.
of you too.
That's how it goes. Look, the drone I've bought, done it so we can get those sorts of cool
Yeah,
footage
man.
and videos with it. So
Yeah.
it is to some degree Cameron proof. It has got spare blades, thank Christ for that.
Yeah.
But it is somewhat Cameron proof.
Yep.
It's hit a few trees and a few poles and some stuff here and there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, it just gives you that different aspect.
100%.
So-
But being at such an iconic place like that and then having the drone to be able to throw a different view on it,
Yeah,
everyone's got a million photos, but as soon as you spin that drone around at 20 metres above you,
yeah.
just made the perspective so
And
much different.
that's just on those little presets too. So
Yeah.
there's no need for the remote.
Yep.
So yeah, that worked real well. So we did that, packed up, and then we went back down, dropped back down Clear Hills track,
Turned right.
turned right to continue the long way around Mount Circuit Road.
And that was only, what, about 20 odd clicks?
Yeah,
till
I think it's
stopped?
a little bit over. It wouldn't have even been 20 clicks, was it? Maybe. We went and did the quick detour down to Bindaree Falls.
Yeah.
So that's a 5 kilometre each way detour.
Two-wheel drive car again.
2-wheel drive car again.
Just a word of advice to a listener that goes down there. Be gentle when you get near corners.
Be gentle when you get near corners and make sure you stay on your side of the road.
We had 2 or 3 Forbies come flying past us, and they were on our side of the road, and Cam was at the front, and 2 of them would have missed him by less than a foot, I reckon.
It was a little bit close, but
That was-
that's the thing. It's that speed in blind corners and not sticking to your side of the
they
road.
were just in such a hurry
Yeah.
that it could have ended quite a few
Bad.
people's days pretty badly.
Yeah.
So please keep that in mind, listeners. You get up round bush tracks,
Yeah,
keep to
and-
your side of the road.
That's it, and it's not a hard thing to do either. Like, we weren't in a rush. We were ticking along.
We were ticking along. That's
just
the
down
best
the
bit.
hill, taking it all in too, because it's some amazing scenery. Kicking around off Circuit Road, there's some
Yep.
beautiful views you can see out the side there.
And
I was
even-
surprised by the amount of blackberry
Yeah.
up there. That
Yep.
was something we did speak about over the radios.
Yep. And then even when we stopped at Bindaree, when you and I went for that short walk across the bridge,
Yeah.
the amount of blackberry and how fat and big they were
Yeah.
blew my mind.
Yep. So the Bindaree Falls, I think it was a 400 metre walk.
Yeah.
Bit of uphill to it and some very slippery rocks up near the falls as to be expected.
Well, yeah, you want to take your time. You want to be like, if you're not super fit, take your time.
yeah.
There's a bit of flat, there's a bit of steps, the whole lot. But
Yeah,
it's genuinely, you'd say, worth the look.
Oh, yeah. Very
Yeah.
much so.
Yep.
So you get up there, there is a viewing platform. You actually walk in under the falls, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We were there. It wasn't sort of flowing real,
It
a
had
lot.
It had a bit to it.
There was a bit. It was worthwhile, the picture. Because you're in the dark, though, it was kind of hard to get a decent pic of it.
Yeah.
Like, not in the dark. Because you're under the shelf, you don't get a lot of light there.
And you don't actually see the whole falls too. I reckon that spot before you drop down to
Correct.
the platform,
Yeah, top
you
of the
actually
walkway
got
up
to
there,
see
yep.
the view of the falls a bit better.
You saw the whole falls.
It's a very picturesque little spot.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
quite
Highly
a
recommend
beautiful
it.
little spot. So yeah, we did that. Hiked back out to the cars, and while we were there too, like there was groups of motorbike riders turning up, more
Yeah.
cars turning up, another Subaru turning up.
Another Subaru.
We were having a bit of a giggle with Nemo every time we spotted one. Hey Nemo, is he one of your friends? Do you know him? Or it's just that little bit of mucking around that friends do.
Over the UHF.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my favourite was the random person that came over the radio at some point. Has anyone found Nemo? So they'd been listening to us, obviously.
Yeah.
So that we go back up the road there to Circuit Road again.
Yep.
Our next stop from there was actually the Howqua Gap Junction huts.
That's right.
So they're just another refuge hut, their camping area. It's a fenced area too, so you could probably put some horses in there.
Yes, that's right.
There is a refuge box in that hut too.
That's
So
right,
I,
yep.
I ducked back out to the car and went, you know what, I'll chuck some food into it while I've got my tucker box in the back of the ute. It Could be something that could help a hiker out if they're a bit short.
That's it. Rider.
Whatever. So I just chucked a cup of noodles, a coffee, a couple of muesli bars.
Which coffee was it, Cam?
It was a Dog and Gun Red Stag. So, not sponsored, but would love to be. So, chucked them into the refuge box and actually chucked one of our little Get Outdoors with Drew and Cam stickers in front of that as well.
Yep.
So, someone might find that and actually find it useful, and then hopefully they look up, let's just Get Outdoors with Drew and Cam stuff. And
they'll listen to this
we end up
episode
with
and
another
go,
listener.
now we know how it ended up there.
That got there, so...
But the beauty of it, I guess, for the Howker Gap hut, when you and I drove in there, both cars lifted a wheel coming in, coming out.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything crazy. That was the only part that the Subaru couldn't do.
No, but it was all of a 20-metre walk from the main road to get up to the hut.
Yeah, yep. There was that parking spot and the walking track straight down to the road. So, look, there's that old hut where the door was a bit harder to open.
Yeah. That would have been the original refuge hut.
Yeah, I think so. And then the other hut with the pot belly in it, a little bit of firewood.
Yep.
So, and
then they had pit toilets up there as well.
Pit toilets, yeah. So that's right at the gap, the junctions of a couple of roads and the hiking track and stuff like that too.
The thing I will say about these huts is if you're going to visit them, respect them. They're actually there for a reason.
Yes.
Someone gets snowed in, someone's tired for the night when they're a hiker or a motorbike rider or something like that. They actually have shelter and cover to recover. And heating in some of them. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
be respectful of them. Don't go writing your names on walls and putting rubbish in them and all that, or stealing anything out of the tucker boxes. Or,
and that simple thing of, hey, that one looks a bit empty. Let's add something to it that'll be handy for someone.
Put 3 things in. I mean, this one had a little bottle of Coke in there and stuff like that. I mean, if it was flat, stiff, it's a bit of sugar you may need to get your glucose back up.
That's right. That's that little thing. So
just be respectful.
It's easy to chuck something into it and take some of the rubbish out of it.
Yep.
So I'd like to mention too, everything we did was carry in, carry out for our rubbish as well.
100%. So respect the bush.
We also left an ample amount of firewood around the fire pit from when we left our campsite.
Well, when we turned up, Cam, there was enough that we could have had one fire without a problem.
Yeah.
But
the hound hunter in me said it needed to be a bit bigger.
You went out for a drive and made a little bit of a potential fatal.
Well, not fatal. It was
fatal to your car.
It could have ended up really bad.
Yeah.
I managed to find a granite boulder hiding in some grass.
I only bring this up to bring awareness to other people.
Yeah, that's fine. So I was looking for firewood, slightly distracted, looking into the scrub. I've gone back down almost, I was pretty much at Circuit Road, and there's a granite boulder that was hiding in the grass that I didn't quite see. And unfortunately, it's rolled up onto my passenger side wishbone, or my lower control arm and my chassis rail of my ute. And I decided in all my haste to just go, you know what, I can reverse off this. It should be all right, because it had bellied my ute out.
Yep.
As I've reversed, it snagged the bottom of my radiator and it's bent it around.
Put a nice little dent in it.
Oh, no, it's bent it. It's definitely bent.
That could have been fatal to your weekend, really.
It would have been a really bad... Well, look, I'm tipping I should have been able to find a radiator in Mansfield, but it would have been not a great day for the next day.
But then we're going to go get it.
Yeah, so... Look, unfortunately, I got distracted looking for firewood. I'll be honest. I'm looking at replacing it just because it's been bent. Yep. Now, if it's heating, cooling, and
it's an alley radiator, so it's
tension
been,
on it.
Yeah, it's had a hit.
Yep.
So
swap it out.
But that's just an awareness for our listeners too. Just
that's right.
Be careful. If there's Cam move to one side to actually let someone go past, and that's where it actually happened.
Yeah.
So being courteous. Cam, by no means...
Bit me in the backside.
By no means are you a cowboy when you're out bush.
No.
So,
mate,
this is just...
like I've said, I'll always take a chicken track.
Yeah.
I don't want her to go ploughing through bog holes and
just
stuff.
Unseen, and it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unfortunate. But yeah, had that fire, and that was a cracker of a night.
It was.
As soon as we stepped away from the fire and you look up...
Stars were amazing.
You reckon you see a lot when it's dark in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Being out in the middle of nowhere with, and I still remember your words, with no light
pollution,
yeah. Mate, satellites going past. You're like, that's a shooting star. You're like, no, hang on, slower than a shooting star.
Constantly and on the same lines.
Dude, it was insane.
Yep. Only thing I don't think we saw was Starlink.
True. The line of satellites going across. Yeah.
So,
but you know what? What we saw, surpassed seeing Starlink.
Yeah.
Shooting stars, satellites. The Milky Way was so clear in the night sky.
Yeah.
It literally left me speechless.
Oh, mate, it's an amazing place to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, you get away from that light pollution and
Dude.
the stars just light up.
It is a whole different world.
Yeah. So, getting back to the whole Circuit Road thing, we've
Yeah.
done Howcourt Gap Huts.
Yep.
We followed that down. It was only maybe another half an hour, not even, realistically. And that brought us back to the junction at Telephone Box Junction.
Yep.
So that's then you completing the 55k loop around Circuit Road. Back down Mount Sterling Road to the gates to Buller and started working our way home.
That's it.
We went our separate ways sort of in Mansfield. You guys had to duck off to the tip and
To the dump point.
to the dump point.
There's a dump point out the back of Mansfield, guys. It's actually, if you go looking for it, it's actually moved. It's now down some back road, but it's a really good dump point. Yeah, we took a porta potty with us,
Yep.
so the girls and everybody had somewhere to go in a dignified way.
Yep.
Most of us just went bush, but
And if we did go bush, we didn't leave toilet paper
no,
sitting
it
around.
was just
like
a wee.
looking like it's snowing.
anything for the boys was just a wee.
Yeah.
But yeah, the girls all gave them a dignified place to go, and we used a dump point in Mansfield.
Yep.
Everything was clean and dandy after that. They got running water there. You can wash out your porta
Beautiful.
potty, and you can. There was a bloke in front of us that actually had like a 26-foot caravan.
Yep.
And he just pulled the cassette out, threw that down, tipped it, washed it out, put it all away.
Job
and that
done.
was it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's fantastic. If you ever go camping and you got a porta potty, just Google dump points nearby.
Yeah, and that was the thing. They all sort of pop up, don't they?
100%.
So we peeled off from Mansfield. I did another quick cheeky stop past Bucks and got a sausage roll on the way home.
Without us, you cheated on us.
But yeah, we peeled off and went and caught up with a mate that's recently moved up that way. So swung past and saw them on the way home. So you guys sort of keep going down Maroondah Highway.
Yeah, we didn't even stop at Yea this time.
Yep.
We just pedalled.
Kept going. Yeah,
We
so
pit stopped Eildon and the girls needed to quickly jump out and
Yep.
relieve themselves.
Yep.
Nemo and the Scooby-Doo, he just kept going.
Yep.
But yeah, got home completely uneventful but fulfilling weekend.
Yep.
Legitimately.
It was a great weekend away.
For an overnighter, the
Yeah.
trip wasn't long. The girls weren't bored. You weren't bored.
And the fuel price had gone through the roof by the time we got home.
And the fuel price in overnight had just escalated. But I don't think I used as much fuel as I thought I would.
So we left the southeastern suburbs. By the time we got up and back, now saying that we came through Alexandra on the way home and
Yep.
up over the Black Spur
Yep.
and then came through the back of Newgee. So windy, uphill, downhill. I think I'd used half a tank after I'd top shot my tank in
In Mansfield.
Mansfield.
Yep.
I think that put in 14 litres.
Wow.
Yeah.
So from, let's say, Bayswater Kilsyth.
Yep. To Mansfield was 14 litres. So, not complaining. See, my little Triton, it just sips. It's just frugal.
I got the long range tank in mine.
Yep.
I actually don't know how full I was,
Yep.
but it was probably Yay or Alex. It's a 120 litre tank.
Yep.
So I've got probably 60 litres above my full mark, but it didn't move until we were 3/4 of the way home. And
Okay.
I didn't fill up at all. So give or take, I've used under 60 litres of diesel
Yeah.
for that whole trip.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not a strenuous trip on the vehicle because, like, I put mine into 4-wheel drive for Clear Hills track only because I didn't know what to.
Well, that's
I knew
it. But you got
we were
sure footing,
expecting
haven't
something.
you?
You got that sure footing with the 4-wheel drive.
What is it? A flick of a lever and you're done.
That's a bit of a twist.
Oh,
knob in
you've
mine.
got the upgraded model. No, I just flick the lever and off I go.
Yeah, so I have to wait for my solenoids to kick in.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
yeah, so that's the only time it was really in 4-wheel drive was to get up and back.
And I don't think there was a struggle whatsoever.
No, it's actually quite an easy place to get to.
We could have
You
done
need
the
the
whole lot.
clearance.
It's
That's the
just
main
clearance,
thing.
isn't it? Yeah. And if
I
you can put a
wouldn't be-
Scooby up there.
I wouldn't be thinking about doing it in wet conditions.
No.
We were pretty dry when we went up there.
No, you'd carve those tracks up like crazy.
Well, it's not even that. It's just the
Going up Clear Hills, you
Yeah,
would.
Clear Hills you would,
Forby,
yeah.
to get up those washouts.
yep.
But they close up there at a certain time of the year or not?
It is seasonal closures.
Yeah.
But it's the closures.
Google it.
The closures happen at Telephone Box Junction.
Oh, from
Because
there up.
there's toboggan runs and toboggan
That's
hire
right.
and
Through
stuff
winter.
there.
There's too
Yeah.
many people up there.
Yeah. So that was the thing we were talking about when we were sitting at Telephone Box
Yeah.
Junction before we left. There's a toboggan run.
Point out the toboggan runs and
with
there's
the big
nets and-
net to catch the kids from going off into the creek down
Yeah,
the hill.
that's right.
So,
That's
you
right.
know, I mean, it's all part of Mount Buller.
Yeah.
You've circled Mount Sterling. It's some picturesque country up there.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I think the cracker for me that sort of blew me away over the weekend was there was not a breath of wind.
It was beautiful. We couldn't have asked for better
No,
weather.
Could not. And that was a Saturday and the Sunday.
Yeah.
There was no wind. The sun was out Saturday all afternoon,
Yep.
like T-shirt and jeans we're walking around in.
Yeah.
Sunday, yeah, overnight because a cloud fell.
Yeah, everything was damp and
Everything was
cool.
like it rained.
Yeah,
But
just a heavy dew on the ground.
that's it.
Yeah.
And then we walked around Sunday morning watching that sun come up. And when that came up, you had warmth to it.
Burnt that fog off. It was amazing to
like
see.
even seeing the fog down in the valley,
Yeah.
it looked like it was a fog river that
Yeah.
ran through the guts.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
you're looking out over the King Valley
yeah,
up
man.
there too. So
that was just
very
crazy.
picturesque.
So what do you reckon was your highlight? What do you take away from that trip?
For me, it was knowing that Sarah and Nemo
Yep.
was their first time up there, and we
Yeah.
got them up there to actually, like, it was a bit touch and go. We didn't know if Nemo was actually
He
going to make it.
He was down to the Thursday night, I think.
Yeah.
That he didn't have a car.
Yeah.
So-
So we were lucky that we managed to get him up there. But the highlight for me is knowing that we've taken somebody that wants to go somewhere
Yes.
and actually got them there, and then to sit down and discuss it with them.
Yeah.
That, for me, was my highlight. What
That
about
was-
you?
I think taking the girls up there,
Yep.
my daughters. Viv and I had been up there. We took Gem up there when she was, I think we did a comparison photo.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Yep.
Big difference because she was under one.
And
I
to
think.
be clear, you didn't pick her up. You were supposed to be holding her.
Yeah, I know. There was not a possibility because she's nearly 6 foot now.
Yep.
Yeah, 14 years of age and nearly as tall as me. That's becoming fun. But no, she was a good sport.
Yep.
She jumped in front of us and
Yep.
you helped us recreate the photo. But I think because the girls, it's only been in the last 6 months, the girls have watched Man from Snowy River,
Yep.
that they saw it all. And Jem was standing there going, is this where the stables were? And is this where this was? And we're like, yeah, mate. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's so small. And we're like, yeah, but back in the day, they didn't need them big.
No.
And
no.
she's like, oh. Oh.
It's an amazing place to get up to.
And the quiet at night with the sun going down. I mean, there was a couple of other blokes there. They were from they were Raffies.
They were out of Albury Wodonga area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were out of the RAAF.
Yeah, they ended up with a
Shout
couple
out.
of stickers and now
Shout
follow
out
us.
to the boys.
Yeah.
They were fantastic to talk to, but we were all there and it was so quiet.
Yep, that was the thing.
Literally, it was bush silent. Let's put it that way.
That was beautiful.
It
We
was.
ended up Nemo and I ended up stumbling across that wombat. I tried to
Oh,
pat.
yeah. Trying to pet a wombat, of course.
Mate,
Of course. But that was probably the takeaway for me, dude. It
Yeah.
was able to, I think it's bringing people to the first time of seeing something iconic that they really want to see.
Yeah, it's like we discussed earlier, Nemo's always said he's driven past it and driven past it. Well, let's actually go there.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. And I mean, thank you to you. I think that was a fantastic idea. And that gave us a chance for our 50-second episode as well.
Hey, we recorded our 52nd, our 1 year episode.
I know, right?
Sitting at Craig's Hut, mate. Where we talk about getting outdoors. That's as outdoors
Well,
could get.
it's
really.
iconic for full drivers, travellers, horse riders, motorbike riders. It's, yeah. And I hope our photos do it justice of that weekend for anyone that actually can't make it.
Yeah.
That you look at the photos and go, you know what? I'll make the effort.
And it's not a huge effort. It really isn't.
No.
Unfortunately, the fuel price, we don't know which way that's going to go. By the time this is released, it might have come down. It might have gone higher.
Yeah.
So,
But put it
don't
on your list.
Don't let that hamstring you either.
No, but put it on your list. I mean, if you're into camping, I spoke to a dad a couple of weeks ago. He was asking me about the trips and things. He knows Viv from school through my daughters.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, do you go camping too? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, we don't really camp. My wife and I, we tried Geelong, but we stayed one night in a hotel. We were supposed to be there too. And he goes, it's not worth it. We're only an hour and a half from home.
Yeah.
I mean, you throw it in the mix and you turn that around. We look at going to Mortimer's.
Yeah.
40 minutes from you, 55 minutes from me.
Yeah.
It's about where you're at, not the travel time.
Well, it's also sort of that. It's the end location.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's where you're going It's not the distance.
Yeah. It's what you're planning to do there.
That's it.
You
and
know?
the mental mind frame of being out there as well, I think all of us, our brains went very quiet. We weren't mucking around and jumping around and making noise.
I
and
always do, but yeah.
as much as people do when you're in the city, because everyone's always busy with something. Yet we went out there, and when the fire was lit, we just went, and everything calmed down.
And that's the beauty of it.
That's
We're
it.
sitting there, the girls are there. Everybody was just sort of relaxing, having a laugh, having a chuckle.
That's it.
Cooked up dinner. What a dinner.
I can't even remember what we had now.
I did those dirty big porterhouse.
Oh, that's right.
Scotch fillet
Your big
steaks
Scotchies.
with
Yep.
Brussels sprouts, bacon and onion. And it was delicious.
They were good.
Oh, yeah.
Your misso gave me one of the Brussels sprouts. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's epic.
It comes up a treat.
Yeah.
That, I was using streaky bacon, the
Yes.
maple cured streaky bacon. It's just that little bit sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
Absolutely.
My mouth's watering.
So we talk about Craig's. It's our 52nd episode. We found it epic to bring people up there with us. What are we doing for our 100th?
Oof, sky's the limit.
This time next year, man.
It'll be before this time next year.
Wow, give or take.
Yeah.
It'll be around March, April next year.
I don't know, but that leaves us a lot of time for planning.
That does, doesn't it? We should have a listener meetup.
We should see about doing something like that, yeah.
Find somewhere where we can fit all of, 20 people that listen to us. And just go, you know what? We're going to be here. This is our plan. Come on down.
We could do something like that and even record maybe an episode with a few of them sitting in, having a listen, having a chat.
Absolutely.
So
We could do an app with people.
bring them in, have a chat. Rightio, next. Bring them in.
We're on a list. Regan, come here. How would we get Jason out here from Biggleswade?
Oh, that's a long trip, that one.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a 24-hour flight out of the UK to Australia.
See, I think flying to the Gold Coast is long. Queensland's long enough.
2 hours?
Yeah, that's enough time.
Mate, you spend more time at the airport than you do actually flying.
Yeah, the funny thing is, by the time I get home from driving down and recording and driving back,
It's the same time.
it's fine to Townsville.
The only problem you got being stuck in a plane, you're looking at the same back of someone's head for 2
Oh,
hours.
mate, I can't.
And the same tin can.
I'm too tall. My knees hurt by the end of it. I don't like. I've recently said it. I don't like crowds anymore. Too
Yep.
many people. Not
I'm
a
hearing
fan.
you.
Oh well.
What would you do different? If we went and did Craig's again, what would you do different?
I wouldn't drive over a bloody rock with my car.
Okay. But what would you do different with the trip? Make sure I turn up at 7 a.m. instead of 7:15.
I did like that Nemo turned up early. Now
I know.
he is known for being late.
It's not even known. It's expected that he's late, and he beat me there.
Yeah, he beat me there too. He was
Goodness.
sitting there standing in 7-Eleven with a grin wide as wide, knowing that he'd beaten everybody.
He told me if he found a vehicle, he was going to turn up at like 6 a.m. and sleep for an hour before we turned up just to beat us. I'm like, yep, sweet as man, bring it on.
What would I do different? I don't know. I think with what we did, it wasn't a stretch for distance for us to drive. Like, you weren't uncomfortable by the end of it.
No.
I honestly think there's not much you could really do to improve it.
My only thing that I'd change, I'd camp there for 2 or 3 days longer.
Look, longer's always better. We were always ready, prepared that it was a weekender. It was an overnight.
Yeah.
Up there Saturday, home Sunday.
Yeah, man.
So
And the Ks weren't bad, as we stated.
that's right. And that was the thing. We had to go get our kids from my parents
Yep.
before we headed home. So, look, it was a biggish drive for me for the day, but I stopped in, like I said, and caught up with my mates.
Yep.
Had a car one with him and had a chat, and yeah, we kept moving through from there. So
We never really talked about it on the last episode because the highlight was just being at Craig's for our 52nd. But Cam, I want to look back on the year that we've had and actually thank you for being in this podcast with me.
thank you for giving me the idea to come and do this with you.
Dude, I couldn't think of anyone else to do it with. You came about 3rd or 4th, I think, but everyone else said no. I'm only joking. No, in all seriousness, dude, the fact that you bring to this podcast stuff that I can't or don't,
Well, it's that sort of city v country thing, isn't
and
it?
vice
realistically?
versa.
Yeah.
I mean, we both got the same similar interests. We both love fishing, hiking, camping, hunting, the whole lot.
yeah.
But it's about trying to move people off the couch. And I think because we both come to that, if we can do this for another 50 or 100 episodes, I'd be stoked.
Oh, mate, I'm just happy that we've still got people listening to us. I
Exactly
thought they
right.
would have been sick of my voice by now.
And we've hit around the world, and
Yeah.
we are constantly growing with listeners. And listeners, if you find someone, as Cam says most weeks, that you think might be interested in, we're going to start posting a QR code in different places here and there. We'll try and share that you could share that with other people and go, hey, here's your chance to look at it as well.
Yeah, and that from what I've seen, that lights up everything that we have.
That
socials,
gives us
the works.
everything.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately, Cam, honestly, dude, thank you to you and Sarah both
Thank you,
for
and thanks to the wives for letting us do this. And
300%.
you know, I'm leaving my wife and 3 kids and disappearing generally the night after night shift to come down and get some recording done. So she loses me for another night.
But I'm glad that we're able to give you a feed. You and I can actually talk about things that we feel that matter, that other people might want to learn about.
Yeah.
It gives us a reason to get together, talk, download, move on, share going to Craig's together.
The other thing that we haven't spoken about, but we always tend to speak about, this has been nothing but fantastic for mental health for me.
Well, this is it.
I admit I was a bit down and done. This has actually spun me around. I get excited to come and do this stuff. And this is that whole checking on your mates. We say it all the time. It's not a catchphrase. We mean this. It's mental health is a big thing. And being able to come and talk about stuff and actually...
Encourage people to get outdoors for mental health.
Yeah, thinking about, you know, like I mentioned a few episodes ago, going out in the middle of the night to chase photos of glowing mushrooms.
Yes.
Just coming up with stuff like that and thinking about stuff. Thinking about stuff like that
Yes.
is huge. And you're constantly thinking, what's the next thing? What's the next thing?
Find me something new. Let's do something new. Let's step out of the ordinary, getting off social media. Put the screen away if you have to. Like, if that's taken up your time, put it away. If not, Google something and make it a goal to get out there and check it out.
That's right.
Because it gives you different surroundings and a different mind frame.
So the other thing is too, we're always ready and willing to talk to other people about something. If there's something out there, a topic out there that they're really excited about or enjoy.
100%. You and I don't have
had-
all the answers in all the places, but if
No.
someone goes, hey, I'm interested in knowing about French Island, that's actually going to inspire Cam and I to go, here we go. Let's make an episode on French Island. Pardon me.
Now you're coughing up. Yeah, to get that idea from the listeners.
What
something
people
they
want to
wanna
hear.
Yeah.
I think you were saying earlier we had a listener that was talking about four-wheel driving and talking about
somebody-
safety gear to do with four-wheel driving.
about hooking up snatch straps and all that sort of stuff. But that's something we can come to in another
Bingo.
episode as well.
We can
So-
share on that.
You know.
So,
But
yeah, ultimately, dude, thank you.
no, thank you, man. This has been great fun.
I've loved every episode.
And we're growing on socials, so keep liking and sharing. Subscribe to all the stuff that we've got going at the moment
I
and
think
share it with mates.
Big thing for you and I, Cam, is to thank the person listening to this.
Yeah. Thank you for just
Choosing
sitting there
to give us your time,
and listening to my mundane voice.
your dulcet tones.
Dulcet tunes. But
Anyway, big fella, we've pretty much covered everything we needed to cover and more.
I think so.
And now we have this recorded.
Craig's Hut is doable, people.
Craig's Hut is doable. We'll wrap this up on
That's
a positive note. Always remember,
Check on your mates.
check on your mates.
Cheers all.
Cheers all. You're no idiot, and neither am I. So.
Wow, wow.